Hello and welcome to day 8 of my 12 Days of Yule celebration. Today is about Harmony Flow, and I've come outside because it's quite windy and I kind of wanted to get a sense of the energy of that really, because there's so much movement in wind and I can't actually see leaves blowing around so much now because most of them have come off the trees already. So we're kind of like in skeleton mode pretty much, apart from like we have some great ivy around here. And I'm wondering about the significance of that just at the moment. Right. So this inspiration has been taken from the Nordic tradition, which is where they would worship the gods, or if you like, the essences of Skadi and Ullr. So, and these were the gods and goddess, because I think one was a goddess and one was a god, of skiing, which is pretty important in a place which is covered with snow, as it is up there. Um, and in order to be able to ski in these temperatures, it's pretty intense. I don't know if you've ever skied or attempted to ski, but you may know as well that when it's very dark cold, we don't have the sun, as you can imagine in the Nordic regions, um, then it freezes on the top. We get a lot of black ice on top of the top snow, and it's very, very difficult to ski. And I can imagine actually this time of year, the advice would be not to go anywhere. But this is all about being grateful for the fact that we have skillful navigation when skiing. And I kind of felt that this was a great theme to bring into meditation, to be able to skillfully move through any obstacles which may come up and present themselves in life. So obviously in skiing, you're going downhill. You're going to start off pretty slowly at first, and there's wisdom in that, not rushing your way down, especially if it is particularly dark and cold where it has frozen. Um, so you're going to have to start very slowly, and this is again what we're doing in the meditations here, beginning off slowly. We're in the winter season. And if you've listened to the previous videos, you'll understand that's really what this time of solstice is about, what I'm taking advantage of here. So skiing down mountainsides, the obstacles that you could come across, trees, rocks, frozen ice, you have to be so aware and alert to be able to navigate it. You also really would have to be quite familiar with the paths that you were taking. And in order to get familiar, that would be take time. And I've just occurred to me as well that because of gaining speed and the dangers that can come with gaining speed, it's also knowing when to steer off and stop, how to stop yourself when you're in such a fast flow, and just come back and start again, you know. So that's going to be another aspect that we're going to bring to this meditation. And because this is such a wonderful time with this wind blowing, which is really making me feel quite alive, the main meditation is going to be, I invite you to go out and do something which has a smooth movement to it, if possible, not jerky, not jerking around, and not too energetic either. I mean, this time of the year, the best thing would be to start off really slow with Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, just gentle swaying if that's not your thing, just some kind of movement and beginnings of movement. And it's also a time that you could bring in sound here. And I was hoping that the wind chimes were going to be clattering away in the background, but they seem to have gone pretty quiet. It is quite a shelter spot in this region, and the wind can't be hitting them. I can see them moving, but they're just not making any noise. So it's a good time to sing. To actually start, that might be the best way to start as well, to really get the lungs going and flowing. Sing, sound, ring bells, making shaking something that's got some sound to it. You might want to. Drumming again is kind of like a jerky movement. I wouldn't say today was a drumming day. Um, it's more about smooth flow, and it's that energy of smooth flow. Um, okay, so the invitation again is to go out and do. If you want to go for a walk, or a cycle, or a ski, if you have that option. You might want to go riding if you horse ride, dance, just any kind of smooth movement around. Again, jogging, you'll have to weigh it up. If you can do things smoothly, it's all about a smooth movement. I'm not going to inhibit you doing anything at all. It's just this is all about coming back to the body. So, silent meditation is where we can actually hone our skills. So, if we're wanting to really sharpen our skills, which again was something that we talked about on Christmas Day, because the Nordics focus on that on that day as well, we have to go really quiet and be very aware. Have our big reindeer ears and our eyes wide open so we can see where we're going. And in order to be able to do anything at speed, we start off again from stillness and very, very slow movement. So this is where this quiet winter time again comes in, this restfulness. I had an experience a long time ago of having an accident, which was a sudden shock. And the mind kept replaying the whole thing in slow motion. And what I took from that was that if I'd have slowed down, I could have avoided having the accident. If I'd have been aware of my intuition and honed in to my other skills, instead of being caught up in my mind about what I was thinking about, I may have prevented that accident, and it has put me back a very long way in my life. And the only positive that's come out of it is I've had to learn to meditate, to slow down, to be still, and move carefully from a place of stillness and being. And this is what I bring to share to you. Okay, so now with all that, if I give a quick summary, that this is the day for we're beginning movement. Beginning movement, we're going to come in still. I think I'm going to put the Reiki into the stillness and the calm and weave it into the meditation today. So that's, we're going to have that stillness and calm and the focus and sharpness there. Okay, so I'll see you inside, where I can guarantee it's going to stay quiet and still. Hello, and so welcome back indoors, as it were. So I'm assuming that you've got yourself really comfortable. You've got a place to really rest, and we're doing this with a view to really honing our awareness. So, so for the very first part of this, if you want to just take some deep breaths and just relax, in and out. Just really sink in, really come into the body, because this is the first part we're going to do. And I'm going to channel Reiki. So second breath in and out. In and out. And I'm going to come now to our bodies. Just kind of feeling into our bodies. So some of the key areas where we're going to feel how we move are our hips, because our legs, they move our legs. And even if you are not moving your legs, it's still your hips. We need to make sure that we're connected well to the ground. So sunk back into the spine, relax. And we need to listen to our gut instinct, so into our belly and our heart. This usually responds first to anything. But also checking our throat and our head is back into our spine and relaxed down. Clear, clear mind. May your mind be clear. So we have a line going up through the whole of our body holding us up, and a line underneath holding us onto the planet. And then we can kind of imagine moving, just beginning to move slowly. So if you want to, you can picture skiing down the ski slope and very gently navigating around the trees and the rocks. Just coming down to rest, and just notice the need maybe to sink back into the body in the ways that we described. So I'm going to leave you with that, and if you need to repeat it through the day, it's here for now. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have smooth, harmonious, flowing movement through your day.